What's up, guys? I'm here to do something I've been meaning to do forever, but have not gotten the chance to. There is a very talented person out there who is a huge inspiration to me, and I hope she knows it. And her name is Kyoko M. Why is Kyoko M such an inspiration to me? Because this is her book, The Black Parade. The Black Parade is her very, 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 very gripping novel, and it's actually part of a trilogy. Her second book, She Who Fights Monsters, is currently being borrowed by a friend of mine, who I keep needing to go get that book back from. But it's a great series. You know, I think I've referenced it in some videos before. I honestly, my mind's all over the place right now. But one way or another, the link for the video, the link for the books where you can buy them on Amazon for sure, is going to be in the description below. I'm checking my YouTube. I'm checking my YouTube right now to see if I ever had it in videos. But anyway, for the books, they'll be in the description below. Check them out. Please do. Please, because she's very talented. The final book in the Black Parade trilogy, The Holy Dark, is coming out soon, and I personally cannot wait for it. Her storytelling is just so great. Each chapter ending just has you begging to go to see what's happening next. It's I know it's a cliche to say something's a page turner, but it is. It's just good writing. It's just gripping, right? It just shows what a talent she is. And the coolest part about her, and maybe she's such an inspiration to me, is because it's all self-published. There's another book I read that of a genre that I don't even of a genre of things I'm not even the biggest fan of. Not that I don't like her, I'm the biggest fan of it. Janice Davis and The Holder's Dominion, and I've referenced that before in my videos. As a matter of fact, I even have an interview with Janice Davis. Incidentally, I would love to, Kyoko, I hope you watch this, I would love to maybe one day, I don't know how it's humanly possible, but to do an interview with you, talking with you about your books and everything. That would be awesome. I would love to do that with you. If ever the chance arrives, please let's meet and let's do that, because I would love to be able to help promote your stuff more on my YouTube channel so more people can know about it. Anyway, there's that. Okay. How can I quickly describe the Black Parade, the trilogy, without giving anything away? Well, let's do this. Why don't I just read the description on the back of the book, or the first one? Because, you know, that's kind of what it's there for. I'm so brilliant. Anyway, from the Black Parade. One bullet is all to transform 18-year-old New Yorker Jordan Amador into the last hope for the souls of the dead. However, it also transformed her into a cantankerous, asocial waitress with a drinking problem. Take away waitress and drinking problem, and you kind of described me. And a lot of other people I know. Ironic. Moving on. Jordan accidentally shot and killed a seer, a person who can communicate with ghosts, angels, and demons. Worse still, she did so on the eve of her own awakening, making her the last seer on earth with no one to guide her. As penance, God gives her 2 years to help 100 souls with unfinished business to cross over from earth to the afterlife, or she will go to hell. Just as she approaches the deadline, Jordan finds her 100th soul. A smart poltergeist named Michael, whose ability to physically touch things makes him distinct from her usual encounters with the dead. However, the deeper she delves in solving his sudden death, the more she realizes something sinister is on the horizon. With time running short, Jordan stumbles across a plot that may unravel the fragile balance among heaven, hell, and earth. Her life is plunged into chaos. She's hunted by demons that want to use her valuable seer blood to bring about the end of the world, and discovers that these creatures have a frightening connection to her family bloodline. Plus, the budding romance between Jordan and Michael makes it hard for them to let go of each other so he can become a part of the eternal Black Parade. First of all, I have been a fan of Kyoko's because I read her fan fictions on fanfiction.net. Again, description will be below. And that told me right away, this is someone special. Then she mentioned excuse me, in her fan fiction that she was gonna have a book. And I was like, sign me up to buy it, read it, whatever. And I was like, I'm totally in. And she was like, sweet. And, and she told me, and I bought it, because and she didn't give it to me. I bought it. I wanted to buy it. I wanted to support her because, this is a scary thing. I can only imagine what was going through her head when she decided to do this. It's probably a pretty frightening thing. But she did. And it's amazing. It's a fantastic book. It's very... one thing about me is I love getting into characters, like their lives or everything they've been through, that kind of thing. I love it. It's just who I am. You can so easily get sucked into this world that Kyoko's created. It's insane. I read the first book and got hooked immediately. She came out with the second book, which is not technically part of the trilogy, but it's a collection of side stories called The Deadly Seven. Within the same universe, kind of there's a time period thing that all this gets explained. Go buy the books; it explains itself. And that's another great thing. That's another great thing. You don't get completely what just happened. It only really happens if you're completely not paying attention. Then you get completely lost. But if you're paying attention, it's just so it's just so gripping. It's so you cannot wait to you cannot wait to read the next words. You almost get mad about having to sleep, eat, or having to go do things like work that mean you can't read the book. When the first book came out, I was working at a bookstore, and in between customers coming in, I got to read. And and it's just or during lunch hours, and you get mad when the lunch hours are, you're like, I can't read the book. But yeah, so it's fantastic reading. You almost fly through it because you're so intent on finishing out these stories. You're like, oh man, this is so cool. What's gonna happen next? What's gonna happen? Now I will say this, and Kyoko, I really do hope you're watching, because you know how I feel about the second book, She Who Fights Monsters, and Jordan. Yes, people, I screamed at a book. I screamed profusely at a book, so much so that I was just blood boiling mad. Dang it, Jordan! Sorry. That was actually the literal reaction I had when I was reading the... I literally yelled at Dang it, Jordan more than one time. Matter of fact, I use a lot less kind words than dang it to Jordan. Jordan's a fictional character. She can't hear me. She's not real. But I yelled at her like she was my sister who just did something really, really stupid. Because in that book, Jordan did some really, really stupid things. Did I mention I'm a reader? And I do this a lot. Because that's probably kind of important right about now. Anyway. But that even proves my point. The books are so good. You get so sucked in. Is that you get mad. You can get physically mad, to the point where you're you want to just take a book and throw it across the room, but you can't because you have to keep reading it and see what happens next. And I think another cool thing about it is, and I'm kind of guilty of this, is it's not the ending of any of the book is not a completely clean ending. Now, that being said, that makes me really nervous for the third book of the trilogy. I'm not gonna lie, but I guess what I'm really getting to is that she really understands how to get the reader's attention, get their focus, and it's not insulting, it's not stupid. And Jordan, for any fault she may have, is not a god awful role model, as in a certain character and a certain vampire, and I use the word vampire so loosely, and the little 4-book series called, do I have to say the name of it? I refuse. I'm not going to say the name of it. If you don't know what book I'm talking about by now, thank God you don't, because you don't want to know. Anyway, but she understands how to create a. I mean, it's not even the. I mean, because you know, because people know how sometimes female protagonists can get betrayed, ironic, portrayed in some stories as just, oh, I need a man to come save me, you know. And sometimes I'm not gonna insult some books that do that, because sometimes it can work. Sometimes it's done in a smart way, and it's not like just completely having the Sleeping Beauty syndrome, you know. That series of books about vampires I mentioned before completely screws that up, which is why I'm very thankful for someone like Kyoko M, who knows how to write a smart, strong character who just happens to be female. And that's another thing. Jordan is not just like she's not just like a strong female character. She's a strong character who happens to be female. Now, does she have a man who helps her? Yeah, but she's not completely solely dependent on him, which again works tremendously. The books are very, very supernatural oriented. They deals with a lot of stuff from the Bible. Something I personally enjoyed. Being a Christian, it's like how she, you know, took a lot of aspects of from the Bible and made it to very, 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 you know, intricate in these plots and everything. I will not spoil anything for you guys. I'm begging you to read these books, but give them a read. I mean, even if you are not a Christian, you know, you're not a believer, it still ties in very well with the. I'll use the word mythology. I don't like using the word mythology for Bible, because as a Christian, I feel that's somehow, you know, kind of disrespectful. So it just, you know, but you know, for those of you who are not, you know, if you want to use the word mythology, you know, feel free. But yeah, I even with the aspect, and let me say this: it's not beating people over the head with, you know, Christianity or nothing like that. It's really not. And I'm being honest with you guys, it's not. It's just a very smart, fun. I mean, and there's some funny, outright hilarious moments in these books, and to the point where even I was laughing out loud so hard to the point I had to stop reading for a few minutes to get my laughs out and keep reading after that. You will laugh. You will be mad. You might cry. I mean, I didn't cry. There just happened to be some dust in the room whenever I was reading some parts. That's all, you know, because I didn't cry. Shut up. Anyway, but it's all. I mean, this book is phenomenal, fantastic. I almost mixed those two words together. Ugh, can't talk tonight. Anyway, but I really do think you guys should check these out. If you like this, you know, supernatural. If you like, you know, the fantasy and set in, you know, in our world, you know, quote unquote our world. Definitely check this out. And even if you don't like those things, I would still suggest taking a read of this, because I think you could still get drawn into drawn into her world, even if it's not your cup of tea. I say give it a read. She has a number of ways you can get it for you to buy and read it, and I'll try to find all of them. If I didn't find a format that you guys are looking for it in, let me know. Leave me a comment, leave me a message, tweet me, whatever, and I will figure out how to get you guys information on these books. But her final book for the Black Parade trilogy is coming out this month, at the end of the month, April, and we're in April when I'm shooting this. So in case you guys are watching this, like you know, 4 or 5 months from now, or whatever. But please check it out. The Black Parade by Kyoko M. She is a very, very kind person. She's super sweet. I have talked to her a number of times on social medias, through email. She has been helping me a lot while I'm trying to work on getting my book together, which is still coming. I'm sorry for all the time it's been taking up, guys. It's been hectic times for me lately. But please, I'm begging all of you, check this out. I'm telling you, you're going to enjoy it. I love them all. I cannot wait for the Holy Dark, the last of the Black Parade trilogy. I know it's going to be amazing, because I already know the first 2 books trilogy and the in between are just phenomenal. A friend of mine has read them, and she loved all 3. So I'm just telling you guys, please pick them up. Please read them. The Holy Dark, it's coming out later this month. Black Parade Trilogy by Kyoko M. Guys, check it. You will not be disappointed. And minasan, matane. Peace.